God's in his heaven, all's right with the world, so said Robert Browning, a poignant reminder of the omnipresent goodness that is God. Consider the story of the weaver. In a small village, a weaver worked diligently day and night, crafting beautiful tapestries. His hands, though rough and worn, wove threads of various colors into intricate patterns. One day a young boy watched curiously as the weaver worked, but all he could see was a jumbled mess of threads. He asked the weaver, "How can something so chaotic be beautiful?" The weaver, with a knowing smile, lifted the tapestry to reveal the other side. It was a magnificent piece of art. "God," he said, "is like a weaver. We may only see the tangled threads of our lives, but he is creating something beautiful." Then picture the story of the lighthouse keeper. In a coastal town, a lighthouse keeper faithfully tended to his duties, guiding ships safely to shore with the lighthouse's powerful beam. One night, a terrible storm raged, and the keeper worked tirelessly to keep the light burning. A passerby, seeing the keeper's struggle, shouted over the wind, "Why do you work so hard for those you can't see?" The keeper replied, "I may not see them, but they see my light. God's goodness is like the lighthouse. We may not always see him, but he is always there, guiding us through our storms." Reflect on the tale of the gardener. In the heart of a bustling city, a gardener took great care in cultivating a small patch of green. Every day he watered the plants, pruned the branches, and tended to every leaf and flower. A businessman passing by the garden scoffed, "Why do you waste your time on something so insignificant?" The gardener simply smiled, pointing to a butterfly that had just landed on a flower. "Every bit of goodness matters," he said, "just like every act of God's goodness, no matter how small, has a significant impact on our lives." God's goodness, like the weaver's tapestry, the lighthouse's beam, and the gardener's flowers, is ever present and ever beautiful. It is in the trials and tribulations of life that his goodness shines the brightest, guiding us, nurturing us, and ultimately creating something beautiful out of our lives. Take a moment to ponder upon your own understanding of God's goodness. How has it manifested in your life? How has it guided you, nurtured you, and woven your life into a beautiful tapestry? May these stories inspire you to see the divine goodness that surrounds us in the grandeur of a lighthouse and the simplicity of a small garden. And may they remind you that indeed God's in his heaven and all's right with the world.